Hello, welcome to Women's World podcast. Today I have my guest Isabelle. And we're going to be talking about menstrual cycles, hormones, which foods are good and not good for a female, birth control, what is healthy lifestyle for a woman. Can a woman be truly happy if she is being provided by a man? Is it passive-aggressive behavior if a man doesn't help in the house? And opinion about body positivity. Let's go.
Wat is het beste voor de benen zonder dat die zo wat in de weg zetten? Zo?
Ja, gezien net tot aan je onder de knieën eigenlijk.
Oh ja, zo. Oké. Nice. With my legs tight.
Yeah, close them better. Yeah, I will close them right. Hello. Hi, Isabelle. So I have a guest today, and she is clinical psychologist and a hormonal therapist, right?
Yes.
So could you tell us a little bit what you're doing?
Yeah, I started very differently than what I'm doing today because in 2015 I started as a clinical psychologist and I had my own practice and I was working with a firm. And I guess around COVID, the COVID period is for a lot of people and a lot of females, like the awakening period when you feel like, things should be different and it feels like I have to make a change in myself and with others. And I was transforming into a girl psychologist that was more likely to take some advice from the, how do you say it, not the Western medicine anymore, but the Eastern medicine. And so I wind up with some schooling. I did a lot of courses around that year where I transformed myself into a hormonal therapist for females. Okay. So yeah, that's a very short version.
Yes. All right. Nice. Amazing what you do. You're helping women.
Yeah.
And then you're at the right place.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you several questions. Actually, I have quite some. I hope we will have the time to go through them. We'll try to keep it short and understandable. We'll try to help you girls. So the first question was menstrual cycles, hormones, birth control. Yeah. For example, I have a spiral as well, more than 10 years, I think, or almost 10 years. And it's super handy. That's a question for me. Like, it's super handy.
Yeah.
And I hear a lot that women say they are happier and they feel like they can be more themselves when the birth control is away.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Well, I can speak for myself and my clients. Also, what I've learned that if you take like the pill or you have a spiral, it's giving you not like the ovulation. And the ovulation is like creation. So if you don't ovulate, you can't feel like the urge to create and to inspire other people and be the female you want to be. Like, we are a creating force. We are providing the world with some nurturing, creating energy. And when you take the pill, and that's just one of the disadvantages, but if you take that, like the spiral, it disappears.
It numbs the feeling.
It numbs the feeling, yeah.
Well, to be honest, I feel like I'm one of the happiest people from the whole circle. Like, I'm really enthusiastic and happy always have been. Libido, no problems at all. But the creativity, sometimes you can feel maybe the focus that the focus is not always aligned.
Before I stopped with my pill 2 years ago, and I was also that person that I was always happy. I didn't have the PMS, but when I stopped with my pill, I was so much more like, my intuition was so much more on point because I chose also the wrong men in my life when I was on the pill.
I heard about that.
Yeah, because they smell different and it's not like something you notice like.
Yeah, it's a pheromone.
Yeah, it's unconsciously you attract or you are attracted to men and also females to work with and to be with that are pretty like dominant.
Yeah.
And when you fade away the influence of the pill and the how do you say it? Yeah, the spiral. It disappears and you.
So your natural hormonal balance comes back.
And you fluctuate a lot more. But if you embrace it, it can be very fun, but also very informative for yourself. Like, I need my time off. Like now I'm on my period and I need to wind down and I need to take a step back from my business and to do some introspection and evaluate the last months. But if I'm on my ovulation, like I'm creating so much more. I'm like a real businesswoman, but I can be that businesswoman all the time. And when you have like the ups and downs, the flow, then you feel like the divine feminine is like the nurturing, and the creative is like up and down and up and down, and it feels so natural. And
Well, I'm very curious about it because something interesting I heard from a person that knows me more than anyone else, and he told me, you know, in relationships you are quite intimidating, and I'm like, how? And he's like, yeah, because you do have a lot of masculine energy. Although I promote a feminine energy, I myself deal with a lot of masculine traits because of the business, because of how I had to be independent since 14 and how I lived all my life. I don't know better. And that's why I wonder sometimes if I would take away the birth control, would I be like softer? Yeah. Or would I still have my crazy...
No, you can be the boss, babe. You can be. I have my own my own company too. But 3 weeks per month, I can be that girl. But 1 week, I try to be like taking care of myself, not pleasing others, and I built my business around it. Yeah. I do like back office and a little less extrovert social stuff when I'm on my periods, and the rest on ovulation.
The self-love is anyway, it's important. I do that too. Very difficult, but I try as well. For me, the self-love is dancing, for instance, but for some could be just doing nothing, you know, reading a book, laying in a couch and drinking their wine or whatever, or getting some mask done. And that can be also self-love, doing whatever you like doing and not thinking about the business. So it's a hard one, but I think for everyone necessary.
Yeah, anyway. But I think because of your dancing and your expression, you have a little bit less influence from your spiral, I think, because you are like embracing your passion. But a lot of females out there, they go to work 9 to 5 in an office and they're working for another one, not themselves. And then the pill is like numbing them more. That's
why I also say you need to surround yourself with other women. You need to go do something like yoga, dance, walk, take slow walks outside in the sun, and those are things that boost your hormonal feminine energy actually. And that's what I also try to do sometimes. Purposely try to walk slow with my dog, although she's running and I'm like, slow down, because I know that it's good for my hormonal balance.
Eating slow, walking slow, taking...
That's difficult eating.
I'm always... It's very practical to do things fast and the hard way, because we live day by day, and in a rush, in a rat race.
That's true. That's because of the traffic.
Yes, we were late today. Sorry.
Yeah, they won't know. Okay, so I think we covered that a little bit. There was a question from someone as well from Instagram. So what role food plays on hormones? Wait, she wrote it somewhere. About the food. Okay, so... Wait, I can't find it. I thought I wrote it down somewhere. I remember what she was saying. Anyway, she was saying she wants to know how it plays on the hormones, the food, and what disadvantages junk food has. Yeah. What does it do to us women?
So when we have processed food, like junk food, they put a lot of stuff in it to, it has to be like good for a long period to stay fresh. Yeah. So the toxins in it to process it and to maintain that perfect, like when you make burgers and you buy them like in the store, like the I don't know how they call from Harry's, I guess. The thing you have to read it. The things they put there, and always sugar.
So
Yeah, the
this,
E's,
that.
the sugar, the stuff, the toxins in it cause inflammation in the gut. And when you have inflammation in the gut, it immediately impacts your hormones. It impacts how the serotonin gets processed, the GABA to sleep. Serotonin is something we like. If you go outside in the morning and you look at the sun through the retina, you get sunlight and it produces serotonin. And serotonin is like a precursor. That means like it helps to make melatonin. So you sleep better at night.
Indeed.
And if you have inflammation in the gut because of eating processed foods, the gut leaking thing is like when your gut is healthy, it's processing and transferring your nutrients through the gut lining. But when you have stress or inflammation, it goes open like this. And when it goes open like this, everything can flush. So there's no like process from this is good for you, this is not good for you. Everything goes in the bloodstream and you get an inflamed gut. So you get like a swollen gut, painful gut, and your hormones in the long run get like mixed up. They are like estrogen dominance, PCOS, etc. So we get on the pill like from 14, 15 years sometimes. Then you eat processed foods, and when you are 22 or 20 or 18, you get on the alcohol and you start drinking, and that's like a roadmap to get an inflamed gut. And
I saw you're also promoting like the healthy lifestyle. No tap water, no alcohol, no coffee.
The tap water is.
Is there something you miss in your life, like a coffee or?
When I have a good place, Bokertov.
Bokertov is the best.
And
advertisement, Bokertov.
Yes, Bokertov.
Go to Bokertov.
When I go to Bokertov, I have one coffee. So I'm like the 80-20 girl. I can go 10 days. I went 6 months without coffee because I love coffee. I love the smell, I love the taste, and you can drink good coffee. Like Northcote is and other coffees without the mold in it, and organic coffee. You can have some, but
clear.nl.
Oh, Clearly, yeah.
Yeah, that's
they have also collagen, I get. But also an important thing, I'm not demonizing coffee, because if you want to have like 1 cup a day, then you can alternate or try to not inflame your gut by 2 things, or by 2 rules. You get the coffee without the mold, and you take a breakfast first, and then you have the coffee. And if you do it like that, it's like the influence or the impact is a little less.
Yeah, definitely the coffee in Bokertov is worth it anyways. Yes. Yeah, and another thing that I also saw, you posted a quote which I really can relate to, is it was in Dutch, the langste relatie.
Heb je met jezelf.
Heb je met jezelf. Translated in English, the longest relationship you have is with yourself.
Yeah.
I say that as well to everyone who I see that are unhappy, because we need to make peace with our bodies and our
and also we make also all the time my decision making in the past, and I mean with the past like 2 years ago and everything before, was to please others and to help others. And I know it's my mission to help others and to like be at service for other women. It's like a calling, I feel it, but I have to be at service for myself in the first place, because when I'm down and I'm not feeling good, how can I be at service for somebody else? And at service, I don't mean like a slave. I mean like it's like a calling to help others, to be their best self.
You're gonna help others.
Yeah.
Set the boundaries, and
like-
when you want to say no, just say no.
Yeah, and when you go on the plane, they say it. You take the oxygen mask first
yourself.
and then you give to your
Then you can
children,
help.
and then you can help other. And in real life, it's the same
the
principle. Yeah.
Indeed, that's right. Okay, another thing. What do we have? Okay, let's go with the discussions from the last podcast you had with my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some girls that actually. I had also one disagreement, and some girls in my circle were very discussing about this thing. So they have questions, and
Yeah,
I want to know
course,
your
of
opinion
course.
further as a psychologist.
Yeah.
Right? I will start with my own thing. So I think that you said women who get provided by men could be the happiest.
Yeah.
I completely disagree.
Yeah.
Yeah, not because I am a business person, but I know I have some girlfriends who live a life as a wife, as a housewife,
Yeah.
and they're going
Crazy.
insane. They're going insane.
Yeah, but
even though they have a thing on their own. But it's because, first of all, you're locked in. You have nothing on your own. I mean, you have no freedom financially.
Yeah.
You cannot go away, and everything that you do is thanks to him.
Yeah.
And
Is it?
you know, I heard a podcast from Modern Wisdom, you know?
Yeah.
And there was a good argument. It was actually a study made that women above 60 years or 50 years, the only regret that they had when they married a rich husband, that they didn't leave sooner.
Yeah.
Because they
But I was there. I was with rich husbands,
Really?
and I had my own practice, private
Yeah.
practice, and I left him too.
Yeah.
So
And that was
it
the
was the
reason?
wrong husbands.
Okay.
When you have like a giving husband that is providing for you in the right way and leaving you with your own thing and respecting you, it's about the toxic. How do you say it? It's when you have a toxic relationship and he tries to use this to control you, then of course
I see your perspective indeed.
Yeah.
But I heard also from the study that even after many years of marriage, still it can go wrong. So it's a risk. I mean, if he cheats on you or
Yeah.
if you cheat on him,
Okay.
it doesn't matter. You want to stop
a
relationship.
very
or whatever.
primal example, like the females in where you have like groups in Africa or way before now, and the women are specialized in like knitting and helping the babies and the children, etc. And the men go hunting. There was no female that said, "Oh, please teach me to hunt, because if you leave me, I will be like that woman, but because I can't hunt."
Yeah.
So there was like a mutual respect and feeling like, I believe in this relationship. I believe in what we have. There was also a community. Now we are singled out little families with less friends, less trust, less self-care, less time for ourselves. So yeah, we are trying to fix something.
My
that's
argument was like, this is a beautiful fairy tale because it used to be 100 years ago like that.
Yeah.
So maybe 200 years ago. But these days, let's agree, like this inflation, everything forces us women to work multiple jobs, to sometimes pay everything or pay a half, and it's just it's not the reality anymore.
it's not reality, but it's something that it can be manageable when you have the right mindset, and we should think
possible, probably.
it's possible, but you have to talk about it with a lot of females, a lot of men, and you have to like choose the right persons, like persons that are like standing in love and respect, and not the greediness, because now we pay a lot because we have to do our children to the daycare, we have to buy this and that, and everything is so like the material things are very important. Yeah. So when we go back, because I would like to have like a farm one day.
Yeah, me too.
With my own goats and my own chicken, and my family also say, like Isabelle, what you are dreaming about is it's ideally idyllic image, but really I think I can provide for myself and have a husband that will take care of me, so I can take my money and help other people and be at service for other women and help them, so he can do the financial, the house, the that stuff, the energy, the male energy is protecting, like you do the house, you pay for the house and I will pay for everything in it and help people and make dinner and share my acts with other households. And that's something I know it's not reality now, but if we don't talk about it, it's also an energy I feel a lot of women in my practice have, like, fuck, I can't be myself because I have to be in this male energy, because I can't trust a man, because I can't pay for it on my own. So it's not so much that I'm saying that, oh, please go find yourself a rich husband and be at home and do your thing.
If you think like that, I don't judge.
No.
I'm just saying.
It's more that I see that females are like, what the fuck? We need to. Oh, sorry for my.
I see your point.
Yeah.
I see your point that you mean women shouldn't be too much in a masculine energy.
Yeah.
Of course, you need to
find our divine feminine energy.
But I also say in my workshops as well to women, always have your shit together. Always have your own thing. Don't rely on a mama, on a papa, or on your husband, because otherwise someday you will see why. You will see, because we just can't. The only person, like you said, you live with yourself for the rest of your life. The only person you can fully count on is you.
But I lived through it because I was with a husband and I had put
a toxic one also.
Yeah, toxic one, but I was making also my money and I put it in my home, in my house, and he just stole it from me. I went away and he thought, she put it in the home we have, and she will not get it from me, and I will prevent her to go away. And I went away with 800 euros on my bank account because I invested we had a company together and we had a house together and we were married. So all of my savings went to the house, all of my savings went into the company, and still I went away and I lived like 1 year from Airbnb to Airbnb. I created my company and I ditched the pill. So if I can do that, I know I'm my best, how to say it? Supporter, yeah. So I come from a place where I know how it is to have a fake toxic relationship, and also from a place where I didn't have the luxury to ask for my mom or dad or husband or somebody else for money. So I did this on my own, but that doesn't mean that in an idyllic world, the feminine energy needs the protection from the right the right males.
You know what I think is, maybe, I don't know if you mean the same, but in my eyes, everybody has to have their own shit together, indeed, be self-made. But it is always nice as a woman to receive, for example, gifts or surprises from your man, and that is masculine energy taking care of the feminine energy. But not saying like, I give you money and then because of me.
Yeah, no. It's not. It's not like if he goes away that you're like a female that doesn't get her shit together and goes on vacation and so, I need my husband to do this and do that. No, you can support yourself and you can do all the things by yourself.
You can take it to dinner. Or something. That's.
And but when you have the right male in your life, you can let go sometimes. That's so important for females to like let go of the control, let go of the perfectionism, like all the ruminating, like the obsessive thoughts. I have to do this and that, and I have to plan, and making plans is okay, but sometimes you have to go with the flow. And if you then have like a supporting husband that, okay, dear, you disappear for 1 week with your menstruation and your introspective moments, then it's
I agree. Very important to lose control sometimes.
Yeah.
What I do is
to feel
a
safe.
special meditation for it.
Yeah.
I created it and I give it to.
But you can provide for yourself in it.
Instead of a man just meditate.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But you don't
then you can
have
create a safe
Yeah.
place for yourself, with yourself.
Yes.
And you can let go of the control
But
as
I'm
well.
really
it's not easy. Not
No, it's
every
not
woman
easy.
even is capable to meditate so calmly and just get into the moment.
No, because we are so busy in our heads thinking what should be the next step.
Thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I see your point indeed. Yeah, that was interesting. Okay, let's go with the next. Yeah. Someone asked. Oh, I think that I printed one paper instead of two. That's the problem. So a fan of Instagram, she asked. She said, "Your words on a podcast with my ex. Your words were, men can't clean as well as women, and it's our job. Isn't it just that some men find it annoying and don't put any effort in it, do a bare minimum because there are men who do it unasked?" She Googled it up and she has found a real name for it, which is weaponized incompetence. It's a form of passive-aggressive behavior where individual deliberately performs tasks poorly or pretends to be incapable of completing certain tasks. So, signs of weaponized incompetence are: they do simple tasks badly, you take on most or all of the work, you feel manipulated or taken advantage of, you feel alone, you don't trust them, you feel burned out, you find yourself hearing certain phrases a lot.
Yeah, that's with narcissistic husbands and boyfriends. Weaponized incompetence. Yeah, is when they do it on purpose, but you have to ask yourself, do you want to be with someone who does that on purpose?
But every man does that, believe me. Every man I had does this, saying, but you can do this better.
Oh, no. I have a partner right now.
Yeah? Oh,
And
I thought you were single.
No, I have a partner, yeah. I have a partner for now like 2 years. He's in the military.
Oh, you stay very...
Yeah, because he is in the military. I can't,
Oh, right.
Yeah, because he's doing stuff I can't post a lot about it. And yeah, he's like helping me a lot when he's home. He's also a lot on when he's on mission and doing stuff. And he tries really hard to please me in that kind of way and helping me, but yeah, I don't know why, because I'm like a little bit perfectionist in this. When I clean the kitchen, it needs to be spotless. It's my thing, and a lot of men don't care that much. They don't. That's why they sleep better at night. When they go to sleep, they just sleep.
Such a perfectionist over cleaning. Yeah.
But men don't. You have like,
even if they do their best, it's still half-ass. You mean?
yeah, it is, and we're nagging about it, but they just don't care that much. And I speak for like most men and most females, because there are a lot of women that care, but also women that don't care, and there are males that care, and a lot of males that don't care. Yeah, you have different types, but I speak for like the bigger part of the females and the males, and women are like more, it has to be nice, it has to be clean, I want to feel good, a candle, and a man is like, I'm just happy that the garbage is in the garbage bin, and I did the dishes, but why just have to sparkle?
And when the garbage is full, then they just kick a little bit.
Yeah, they kick a little bit. And when they like something, when they brush their teeth, I'm like cleaning my brush and make it dry again.
Feminists,
no, I'm making it dry again, and he's like, whoa, putting it on how do you call it, the charger, and it's dripping, and I'm like, oh my god. So, but it's not because he's dirty, it's because why do you care so much? It doesn't does it make you happy? And I'm like, it gives me like a certain type of happiness.
I just don't get men sometimes. They're special, they say, why do you care so much? But I did this experiment several times. I stopped cleaning for a month. What do you think happens? Pig nest. And then oh, it's dirty here. I'm like, oh, really?
Oh yeah,
It's dirty. You don't
Yeah.
like that? I thought you loved it. And
Yeah.
then they start cleaning all of a sudden because they realized, oh, shit. I mean, if she's not doing nothing, it's going
I
to be
did this
just
with the
fine.
laundry
Yeah.
with my ex.
Where is my underwear?
Yeah, you're doing nothing over here, blah blah blah. And I was the last year I was with him. I was okay, I will start doing nothing. And I was like, where's my shirt? Where's my this? Where's my that? I said, yeah, in that pile. And yeah,
Go look for it.
Go look for it. And that's they sometimes when you're with the wrong man, they can create a version of you don't want to be. Because you want to prove a point, and that's not happiness. That's like competition or like survival instinct.
So you're saying that if we become cleaning freaks, that they change us, men change us, actually, our behavior. We become someone we don't want to be.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. I didn't like the version of myself where I had to prove a point to my husband or ex-husband. Like, what is my role as a woman when I clean, and how do you feel when I stopped cleaning? That's not the person I want to be. I want to be like,
Yeah, you want to be loving, nurturing, and understanding, I know.
and maybe a husband or a partner who says, baby, are you all right? You stopped cleaning. How do you feel? Like, also someone who is, how do you say it? Erkennen, to
Recognize
yeah,
your
my
behavior.
feelings and my behavior. Like the partner I'm now dating, and we live together. He's like, baby, are you all right? I see it in your eyes or in your mimics, and that gives me like a safe feeling because he like pinpoints, oh, she's like this and now she's acting like that. Is something wrong? And that gives me a safe feeling, like I can talk with him about my feelings, and that gives like perspective and it's the bound with him, because he's emotional, more reactive, is so much better than if you are with someone who is neglecting you and how you feel and so toughen up. It makes me more like in the masculine energy, and makes me more want to prove myself, because every female has, I really like it when a husband comes and he says, oh, that's nice and you cooked very well and this and that. But if he doesn't recognize those days,
Doesn't appreciate.
Yeah, doesn't appreciate it, then you go like to the extra mile and do extra effort, and you burn out in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something I realized as well, not only it's about the cleaning, but in general, in a relationship, you should be completely yourself. And if you want to change that person, or the person wants to change you, then you're just not the right match. And I think same like with cleaning, there should be some sort of mutual understanding. And if you, like you say, your boyfriend, he notices that you're not feeling right or something is up, and just communicate about it, I think then it can go really good in a relationship. But oftentimes, indeed, that passive-aggressive behavior can lead to a lot of misunderstanding, a lot of hate, like
And conflict,
resentment, conflict, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And it's because, in my opinion, it's because you have two persons where one or two are not healed as much, because there's always trauma. We have a like little package of trauma with us, and the older we get and we meet another person, if it's not talked through or healed, you will come together and you will act out on each other and trigger them. And if you don't communicate and not go like, oh shit, I was the bad version of myself, but you triggered me, and maybe I trigger you, and you don't communicate about it, then you go in so much conflict, and you are talking besides the point every time.
But maybe as well, the reason you found more suitable partner for yourself is because you were healed and you saw it in him as well. Because if you know yourself, the more you heal, the more lonely it gets. Because you realize how many people are not doing anything about the fact that they are fucking fucked up completely about acting insecure because of their traumas, or acting like a child, angry or something, because they're not healing their inner child, because they're completely stuck in their own ways, and that you see once you're healed or closer to
closer to be
then you
healed.
start seeing that people are actually ignoring what is important. And like, you probably now met the right person, because I hope for you, because you see that he's also doing something about it, right?
Yeah, but he had a good upbringing, very good childhood.
Yeah, nice.
He's a very how do you say it, at ease. I called my mom a couple of months ago. I call her a lot, but when I called her a couple of months ago, I said, "Oh my God, Mom, I didn't cry for 1 year." And I cry sometimes with a movie, or cry when I'm having an emotional period. But he didn't make me cry.
Okay.
And that's because he has such a good foundation from his home that he didn't need much healing. I think I was drawn to him, or that the universe was giving me him, because I needed that stabilized foundation, having a man that was like, I'm choosing you, I'm providing, I'm helping you. He's not providing for me financially, but if you say providing, a lot of females think, oh my God, he's providing for
Sugar
her.
daddy.
Yeah, sugar daddy. No, he's not my sugar daddy. He's providing me with a safe haven where I can talk about my emotions, where I can cry, where I can be like that vulnerable person that is like, this month was so crazy, baby. I just need a hug. And he doesn't ask questions. He just hugs me, and he's asking, are you okay? And we have conflict, but we talk about it and we resolve the conflict. And I have the toxic ex-husband. He was like, you're such a drama queen. Why are you crying? Pick it up, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my God, it's me. And we have like a partner who's trying to make you feel bad for being a woman and crying and feeling so much. You're not healing. You're asking yourself, oh, it's me, so I'm the crybaby. But if you have a stage further and you are in the healing process, you're like, okay, I have to take responsibility for myself. When I feel bad, it's not what my partner can do for me, it's what I can do for myself. But it helps to be there for myself when my partner can provide, like, I will go to the store and help you, or I will take the vacuum and help you, and go sit down and think about what you need, and then I can provide for myself. It's like a little mini community with a little fallback.
You know, I love how you interpreted providing, because like you said, everything is materialized these days. And the moment you say providing, that's why as well, probably in the previous podcast, people really
thought it was financially.
Right away, it is sugar daddy, it's financial. But providing a safe environment and place where you can talk and be open with your partner,
authentically
is
yourself.
Also providing.
Yeah. How can you expect to be authentically yourself when you don't have the mirror of a man or other people in your life, like bouncing back your triggers? Oh, it's a trigger. Oh, okay, I will work on this. Oh, it's a trigger. I will work on this. And when you have like one person that's providing, like, I have like emotional periods when I don't feel good enough, imposter syndrome, that I'm not a good enough person or entrepreneur. And it's like, baby, try to calm down. Let's hug. I'm going to hug you. And he's not giving me solutions or like talking me down or talking me
give you money to solve the problems.
here's money. No, he's providing a safe environment where I can relax. Yeah, when I can relax and sit with myself, and I will come up with solution, and I will come up with the how to help myself and how to provide the nurturing aspect of self-love and self-care, and he will provide the protection. You're safe here, darling. I love you. Don't cry. And what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do to make you feel you?
Is there anything I can do?
Yeah, is there something I can do? And then it's our decision to say, okay, I need your help with this or that.
Yeah.
And that's the providing.
We also did that with Max. If we had business problems or whatever, we always would just hug it out and then ask, what can we do further, or where can I help maybe with it? And that's important. You need to give a safe place for your partner.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, very beautiful. Okay, we have still more 2 questions. I don't know what time this, my clock doesn't work. Let's go with one anyway. What time you have to leave?
I don't know what time it is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We have still a quarter. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then we can go with one question. It's quite an important question, I think. So again, someone is asking, you said on the previous podcast that it's not healthy to be fat. She says it's not healthy to be fat, but she's asking you, don't you think body positivity is something positive, since overweight people often feel ashamed to get into the gym?
Of course, it's not about the body positivity movement that I'm saying, oh my God, it's keeping females in, being fat is, or being overweight is healthy. Embrace yourself as like in the now, how you are. If you can be happy with how you are in the now, you don't expect to be happy when you lose all the weight. That's for sure. But body positivity, or being like, you can't lose the weight, so embrace it. That's for me like
it's settling for whatever.
It's settling for an unhealthy liver, unhealthy guts, and unhealthy kidneys. You have to realize that when you have overweight, it's a lymphatic problem, hormonal problem, trauma that's building up in the body. It's sugars, it's inflammation, and you have to address the cause. So your body is telling you something when you're overweight. Yeah. It's telling you something is wrong. And body positivity can be like, I don't fat shame anyone. I try to help every woman, and I'm glad that you have, how does she call it? Dana Mercer? Dana? She's very popular on the internet because she is highlighting when you are standing in this light or sitting, everyone has cellulite. And that's true. If you have overweight, that's body positivity for me. Like, don't be like that.
Ashamed of your tiger stripes and cellulite.
Like, oh my God. And some lightning.
Or wrinkles.
I'm like, what the hell happened with my body? And in other lightning, I'm like, oh yes.
Feeling good.
I feel so sexy. And I thought I was the only one. When I was sitting like this, I have like dimples over here, and I was like, oh my God, that's not all right. But like body positivity movements on the internet, they really helped me embracing my little things.
So you're not against it?
No, I'm not against it, but I'm against like, don't keep overweight in the body health, in the body positivity movement, because being overweight is telling you something. Please do something about it.
Yeah. I'm like exactly as well. I agree on the same things, and I'm so happy to see like overweight people in the gym. I actually even smile at them and say hi, because I want them to work on themselves.
Oh my God, I'm so proud of you that you're here and that you're doing the work.
If my daughter is going to be overweight, I'm not going to be easy on her.
No.
Just because I wish her the best. It's wishing the best. I want her to be healthy. I want her to be happy. I don't want her to be bullied at school. So I would try to make sure she's not overweight. But of course, everybody has their own choice. And there are actually women who are very proud of their curves and they're very happy.
Yeah, but I'm also curved. I have my ass and my boobies.
Don't you think like being fat is actually a word that is very risky, because everybody sees fat from another perspective and everybody thinks fat is different. For me, maybe I'm fat, I called
my legs for my entire life fat. I hate my legs.
Your
My legs. Yeah. Because I have very muscular legs.
So that's what I'm saying. For one person, it can be fat. For another, skinny.
Yeah, but it's a word to describe how we feel. No self-love. Because when you say I'm ugly, I'm fat, it's just a lack of self-love. When you say I'm beautiful, but I need to do something about my health, it's another message you send to yourself, like, okay, I love myself, I'm embracing my curves and I'm embracing who I am, but there's something wrong with me because my lymphatic system is not working, that I have stored trauma in my body, my gut is inflamed, so I have to do something about it, but I still love me. I'm very funny, I'm very witty, I'm a good businesswoman, or I'm a fun mom. So please, that's embracing yourself, and that's body and soul positivity.
Yeah. I think maybe indeed the little issue could be self-love, because I also see in dancing you have a lot of times women who are more overweight, and doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Actually, sometimes it's even beautiful because they're like the attitude in dancing. If you have your attitude and charisma, it doesn't matter how you look like. And sometimes they can be even better dancers, and I think it's so beautiful. But for instance, they don't have knowledge of eating right foods, or maybe they just
a lot of stress, or
they have other things. They can be amazing in the space of dancing, but maybe what has to do with their bodies and overweight issue is probably the self-love, not knowing how to take care of yourself, or making the wrong choices, because like depressive eating, let's say when I have stress now with the breakup and stuff, I lost a lot of weight. My dog too. She had to throw up as well. It was just from stress, like, you have no
the energy
wish
that
to
has
eat
to,
whatsoever. Like I would skip food for days, and then I started having depressive eating. And then when you have when you are sad, you want to grab that chocolate, you want to grab this. And that can be indeed a stored trauma, because like trauma or anything that happened in your life in the past days, if you have some problems and you feel a little bit negative or sad, and that is dealing with, it's like processing. You're processing emotions, you're dealing with yourself, and you grab that chocolate, you grab that, you make
But do you know the difference between feelings and emotions? That's very...
that's true. That is a feeling. Emotion,
You have a feeling, and a feeling is I'm sad about the breakup, or I'm angry about what happened with that colleague, or with my husband. I had an argument. But an emotion is the trauma we stored from before, like how we interpreted what happens, and that's creating the emotional eating and not eating.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction, and if we can control that, and like not control, but embrace it and recognize it, and like stop eating but go dancing, or stop eating and go walking and do some other stuff to like to transform the energy. Then you have like a healing process, because you are like, I ask myself, is this going to benefit me when I'm going to do or eat, or is it like, do I need it? Do I want it? Because when I go to Bokerstof, they have a lot of they have a lot of sweet things, and sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm going to enjoy myself and have it and eat it and enjoy it, and it's out of self-love, because when I'm 80 or 90, I don't want to have a life and say, oh my God, I dissed all the chocolate because I was also wanted to be skinny and this and that. No. I indulge myself when I want to. But when I want to do it because I'm sad, and I say, okay, Isabelle, no, you go for a walk and see how you feel, and then you are on a path of self-love and self-healing, because you are trying to identify your emotions and feelings more correctly than using them like all over the place.
You know, I'm gonna come back to the point of that. The definition of being fat for everyone is different. And I think the message would be to the girls, as long as it doesn't bother you personally, because if you feel not fat and you feel good about how you look, great. You're charming and live the life you want to live. But if it bothers you, or you take things personally, or you're ashamed to go to the beach with a bikini on, then maybe you should start asking yourself, is there something I can do about it? Maybe I could eat better, maybe I could move more, or do anything that would help me to feel better about
it's
it.
just also programmed that you have to be very skinny to be skinny, but you have to be healthy.
No, yeah, exactly. You need to feel good and to be okay actually in your own weight. I have, for example, no idea how much I weigh. I
don't have a scale. I throw it away.
Really, I remember in competitions I would weigh like 54 and something, and I was so always focused on the body fat and all the time, like it was a toxic trait really. I was so focused on the looks, and when I gained a little bit of fat, I would really tell people I'm fat. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And now I think I'm too skinny.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, I'm too skinny for me.
Yeah.
I like it when I'm a bit more curvy, actually. Yeah. So it's like it depends also in which state of your life
your happy weight,
Yeah, which state of your life. Are you healed? Are you not? How you feel about it? How does it make you feel? Which clothes do you want to wear? Do you want to wear something more open? You want to wear something more loose? It's actually, it depends from person to person. Yeah. You cannot say this is fat or this is wrong or this is right.
Yeah.
Right?
Because a little trick I do with myself is I would pretend that I'm blind and just feel in just the biofeedback from my body. How do my legs feel? Do they feel heavy or light? How is my stomach feeling? How are my arms feeling? And how do I feel when I put jeans on or this or that? And I'm like, okay, I feel fine. So what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling have to be the same. Yeah. But if I close my eyes and I'm like, oh, I feel so heavy and my legs feel so tired and I feel like this jeans is like too tight, then it's like, okay, that's a biofeedback and I have to maybe walk a little bit more or do something about my stress because I have a stress gut. So
yeah, indeed, and stress also influences metabolism.
Yeah, and
so it's important to get your sleep and
it's number one
to relax once in a while.
Females to gain weight, cortisol,
or not losing weight or gain weight.
Weight, not losing it, holding the water.
Disorder in a way. Yeah, indeed. Is there anything you can add still to this podcast?
Well, I think from my experience and with my clients, it's good to have take the supplements and go outside, etc. But in the end, it's loving yourself and feeling good about yourself that's going to motivate you or create the discipline to go outside. Because if you don't love yourself, why the hell would you do something for yourself like going outside and do the work? So try to create good reasons why you want to do it, your why, and stick to it and say it over and over. I want to do this because I want to feel like this. I want to do this because I want to grow into this person and create the best version of yourself, like in a mood board or in a text. And if you feel like you're going off track or you don't feel good, I take it back, I read it, and I was, okay, I'm going to do this walk and I'm going to sleep early tonight because I know my why. And now it's like, it's rewired and wired hard in my brain. But in the beginning, it's always like, oh yeah, but I also want to do the festival. And it's nothing wrong with the festival, but just try to make choices that in long term, you're providing and loving yourself.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks for being here today.
My pleasure. Yes. Thanks for having me.
I hope to see you next time as well.
Yes.
Someday.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.